So figured I'd start with the back where all the antennas are. And it's hard sometimes to see antennas, but like right there at the end of my fingernail, there's one. And then so that one is a monoband VHF antenna. Right now I've got it hooked to my 65 watt VHF only radio. This other one that's closest to me right here, it's dual band UHF VHF, and it's hooked to my dual band radio. And this is what used to be a 102 inch whip. It's cut down to 103/4 of an inch. Let me back up here real quick and go back to this antenna. This antenna, the monoband VHF antenna, is on a mag mount. It's an NMO mount. And I would prefer to have that back here, but I don't have the amount of coax on that mount to go from there to the radio. So it's probably the window could be absorbing some signal that's not getting out quite as good as these other two, but it works good enough for what I use it for. And with the 65 watt radio, actually Simplex does do, with the way that's set up, does outdo this one a little bit. Not much, but we're also talking, I think, about 8 inches, if you can see the tip of this one. And then where's the other one at there? That's not it. I'm even having a hard time following it. So kind of lost it in the sun there. There it is. I think it's about 10 inches higher. So maybe that's partly why. You know, maybe if that one over there was higher, maybe it would do better. I don't know for sure. But I've got a... since I had to redo the coax on the mount for the 102 inch whip right there, I think the resistance on the coax is X1. I think that's what it is on the meter. I am not going to claim that I know 100% everything about what that means. I know what resistance is, but as far as all the stuff on my meter and how to use it 100%, I haven't tapped into everything. So when I set this up and I put everything in place, I had the coax at 0 resistance for 28.400, which is 10 meter. It's a ham frequency. Since I did that, and that's also why the tip of this antenna has been cut down on the whip. Since I did that, probably about a year ago, when I was putting a 10 meter radio back in the car. Actually, I never had a 10 meter radio in this car, but when I was getting back on 10 meters, that's why I cut the whip down. The ball was already missing, and it had already been, like, a little bit had already been cut off of it when I got this antenna. I really don't remember. With that being said, coax and antenna, according to the MFJ, I'm sitting right at 50 ohms and like 1.1 on 28.400. And I think that I've got a resistance of 1, which I can live with. And I don't mind the seat. It's a custom-made seat. So the radio right there that you see the bottom of, that's actually, I pronounce it Luiton, but maybe it's something else. That's the 65 watt VHF only radio. And it's mounted, the mounting bracket's mounted to the special made bracket, custom made bracket that a good friend of mine, Chris, made. So this is from my eyes, like basically how I sit Maybe a little more like that. But, so, microcode for the president comes up here, and I got it hanging up. Microphone and cord for the ICOM. Man, you know, it's really difficult if you haven't ever done it. It's challenging, at least for me, to look through the camera and try to find something. Anyways, it goes here, back up over to here. I've got an extension. And why? Because even though the ICOM, you can plug a microphone in here, that was given issues and it wasn't working, so I got an extension wire, and it goes down there to the base of the ICOM. Interesting. There's a piece of dowel there. Why is that? Well, because when those wires for the head and the microphone come out of there, I wanted to give a little bit of room without being stretched, so they'd hopefully last longer. So there's the ICOM, dual bander, and that's hooked up to the dual band antenna, and I have no idea why. I was playing around, and yeah, this radio only transmits on ham frequencies. It will receive 800, also 2720. And yes, I know. It's dirty. There, is that better? Okay. I keep looking over my shoulder because where I'm parked and where I'm at, somebody may come up and say something. So, for a while, I was having issues with the mic cords. Now, when I'm driving, that piece of coax. Oh. When I put coax back on the Lincoln after checking the power last time, I should have put that underneath it. Anyways, power button. It's hard to see that color. I need to get it go in there into programming, change it. And I do a lot of listening to MERS. Actually, I do a lot of talking on MERS also, but I've got a couple handhelds that are MERS radios. So there's that radio. And where is, oh, I guess I can go to the microphone. So Luiton, I've been pronouncing it Luton, and if anybody wants to correct me, go ahead. People correct me a lot. It doesn't even bother me anymore. I don't listen most of the time. So what else was I going to talk about? Well, here's my Lincoln, and here's the other bracket. So there used to be a gray plastic piece on the front, but it got ripped off. I grabbed my bag reaching through the window or something one day, and it caught on one side and ripped this gray piece off. My cup holders, and yes, I know, I don't really care for the radio being underneath the cup holders, but I don't have a lot more room in here to put more radios. And I'm already taking up, with the main part of that radio, the ICOM, I'm already taking up the wife's seat. And so, as to not have her hate two-way radios too much, I don't want to put any more over there. And then up there, I'm not supposed to have that on when I'm driving anyways. So, you know, whatever. Oh, hey, look at that. I'm sitting out in the car too long and the height. So I can take some more cord up here, and I can actually, the way I have that set up, I can use my phone as a GPS, and I can use that as a GPS. And yes, I can still see just fine. where I'm at, where I'm going. I don't know. Mainly this was about the antennas. Mainly I wanted to show the antennas, I think, about this video. And the fact is I just haven't been able to create the videos that I want. Too much going on. It's just one of those things. I enjoy it. I want to do it. And it's just not fitting into my schedule with other things going on. You know, you wouldn't think it would be so difficult to just grab a camera, record a phone, but sometimes life has other plans for you. Oh, maybe I could talk about one more thing. So down there, it also shows the voltage. I don't know if I can get the phone low enough. Of course, the car is running now, so 13.7. That's on all the time. It's the only thing I don't like. I had a switch to cut power to my GPS, but I moved it. I took it out, and now I use the power on and off button. I would rather it be set up so that when the car's off, it goes off. Unlike radios, look at that. That radio's still on. That radio's still on, and that radio down there is still on. Yep, I always will do that. Hook radios up, two-way radios up to where they're on all the time, powered all the time. That's just me. All right, folks, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to hit the like if you liked it. If not, hit the thumbs down. Please subscribe. Please share my videos if you're so inclined. Hopefully someday I will have better recording equipment and not move the camera, be so shaky. Let's see. And my videos will be a little more professional. That's a hope, at least. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.